Good morning, greetings and salutations. Here we are. I'm so excited to be here with you today. Hopefully, we'll have a little success, moral, sorry, a little more success than operating this one than the next one, or the last one, I should say. I had tried this last week, and then my superior editing skills, it looked like it was just a white screen buffering on my phone because I'm recording on my phone currently, and then directly above it was the little thumbnail showing me I had done the live cast. So I hit the white screen and deleted it, and when it did, it deleted the live cast that had been recorded. So technically, this is the first one we're doing. Hang on a minute, I gotta get my computer quit talking at me here. Uh, it won't connect. All right. Well, I was hoping to have my computer sitting there so I could read it, but it's not working out for me. So I'm going to do my best. I might have a little eye strain if someone should happen to tune in and ask questions. So bear with me. Um, Once again, good morning. I'm Rob. I like to go by 5856. My wife assists me several times on some videos. We go by Mrs. 5856. Um, and my greetings and salutation is to honor my older brother who's no longer with us. He was a gentleman that who just had a real crappy hand dealt to him. He suffered his whole life with poor health, dialysis for years, open heart surgery, all kinds of things. And yet, when you ever met him, it was always greetings and salutations. How you doing? Never complained about himself. I mean, you could ask him, he'd tell you, but he would never talk about it. Man, I don't have that ability. I whine about everything. So, I just, to honor my brother, greetings and salutations. Like I said, my name is Robert. I am a retired disabled carpenter. Um, Been retired going on 4 years now, coming up on the fifth one pretty quick. So yeah, I got some building skills. I always joked about doing little creek reports or something. Never really found my oh hey, all right, we got a follower. Thank you. And oh, we got six. All right, thank you people for tuning in. It's appreciated. I I was just stating that I'm a retired disabled carpenter. I still dabble in projects. I show videos of me working around the yard, but let's keep in mind those videos are only 5, 10 minutes long. After that, I got to take a break. Man, that's rough stuff. The ability to go on is just not there as much as it used to be. Hey, we got 14 people in. Hey, good morning, everybody. Um, Bear with me. This is my first one of these. I don't know. Oh, Davin. Hello, sir. How you doing? Good, I hope, for this Saturday morning. We are going through my about myself. Sorry, I got sidetracked. I was excited. There's someone there. So yeah, we I dabble in all kinds of stuff. I have way too many hobbies. Currently I love archery, but my hip is. Oh, good morning. Good morning. I'm doing fine, sir. Yourself? I get out. I've set myself up with a 60-yard range, and it's the goal to hit the 100. If for some reason my mic drops out today, please someone let me know. I've had two of these, and I had them both charged up, and I think I dropped one in the water, or maybe got too wet. Me having it on me in this hot, humid weather we've had. Um, so someone let me know if my mic drops. I'll kick it over to the phone. But yeah, we uh, we got things around the yard we're doing. Thank you, sir, for letting me know. Uh, oh, good morning, Ayana. Ayana. Uh, Not very good name, so I'm trying. I think I'm appreciate you tuning in. So yeah, we got background work. I dabble with wooden projects. I try to do a few metal projects. Ma Tar Fish said hi. Hey, how you doing? That's quite the name. All right, I'm just going to say Ma. I hope that's all right. Uh, Devin has a YouTube channel as well. Well, I'll give you Devin. There's your shout out, man. So just go to at Denver 15 DANVR 15. He has a YouTube channel as well. I'll check that out, sir. I certainly will. So yeah, we're just hobbies: woodworking, archery, fishing, knife throwing, slingshots. Love slingshots, and I got targets all around the yard, so I always have one in my hip pocket, and just whenever you get a little target in the yard, so you just pull out the slingshot and shoot. I don't ever. I'm not a hunter. I just target shoot. I enjoy wildlife way too much. I do fish, but I always catch and release. So yeah, it's always a lot of fun. And I got a couple grandbabies, which I'm just excited about, love dearly. Uh, and we there's we got we're down to one already. All right, that's fine. This is the first one. Hopefully things keep on going. I got to figure out lighting, everything else. I still haven't got the computer to come up so I could read these posts easier, but well, we're going with it. Hobbies are just never ending. Like I said, I got too many. I got way too much stuff. Mrs. 58, 56 is on me all the time to thin them out, but I just can't bring myself to do it. Ma, how you doing? You doing okay? I see that Ma Tar Fish. That's quite the combination. I appreciate the hearts. Thank you very much. Yeah, we got a little acreage here on the side of the creek. That's the creek report. So yeah, I enjoy doing that. I love getting up in the morning. It's I try to be humorous about it. It's not very successful sometimes. Carol Steitler, oh, sister in Minnesota showed up. Excuse me, I just seen them all crooked this morning, and I wondered what was going on. Yeah, we're spread all over the country right now. We got one in Minnesota, and well, the rest of us are right near home where we grew up. Um, excuse me, a little nervous. So this is really putting yourself out here when you do this. I hope everybody realizes that. But so yeah, there's a lot of things I'd like to. My goals for this channel is, back in the day when people take photos, they just throw them in a box. And Scotland, wow, Danbar 15 is from Scotland. Wow, sir. Well, thank you very much for paying attention and tuning in. That's pretty impressive. I keep forgetting this is World Wide Web. So, yeah, that's very cool. I'd love to see some photos sometime. But the goals for this wasn't really for monetary value, but it was memory for my grandkids. I have young grandkids. And, back in the old days when we still took photos and printed them out, they always wound up in a box. The ghost of JT Walsh. Hey, sir, Philippines. Philippines are on here. That's impressive too. Hey, thank you, sir, for tuning in. Um, but yeah, keep the photos. You go on YouTube and you see some of them are 15, 12 years old. I was like, wow, why not just put myself out there? And that way, when my grandkids get older, I'll still be around. Hopefully, I'll still be around. But if not, they got something they can tune into and watch and see and kind of figure out what I was about. So that's the whole purpose of this channel. I am very grateful for everybody that's been tuning in. It's very cool. So yeah, I'm just trying to keep the digital photos of me alive, and that way they don't wind up we don't have the old photo box anymore. Everything's online or digital or on your phone or a thumb drive or a disk somewhere, so easily lost. But yeah, all these people you're turning in. This is so cool. We've got Scotland, the Philippines. That is neat. Oh, and Minnesota. Yeah. And why YouTube? Well, for one, it's an easy format to get onto and do, and I enjoy it. I'm a YouTube junkie to start with. I watch it way too much, dusk to dawn, and it's just one of my favorite forms of media. And we just recently upgraded my workshop where I have signal up here. That's why I'm up in the barn currently. But yeah, it's a great time. I The Creek Report is awesome. I just love reaching out where people can see and hear and get to meet and see other people. And the people that subscribe, man, it's so heartwarming. You just don't understand how grateful I am for just someone to pay attention. It's just an awesome thing. I mean, it's originally was meant as a joke, but then now it's kind of like, man, I don't want to let nobody down. I'm down there every day at 8:30 trying to film. If I'm past that, it's my favorite YouTube used to be the Outdoor Boys. Oh, I agree with that, man. The Outdoor Boys were great. I hate that they've quit filming. That's kind of tragic for me. I enjoy that, and the what is it, Cabin River Outdoors guy, Sean. He's great to watch. I enjoy his channel a lot. He's doing an experiment where he's on YouTube only. That's his only income, and he's got like 41 acres out in the woods next to the river, and he's building his house and gardening, just showing his everything he's going through to get things established out there. Let me get this tip down just a little bit if I can. Kind of hurt my neck a little bit. Let's see how that works out. Oh yeah, that's much better. I can set up a little bit. I don't mind leaning in, but boy, well, age comes with all kinds of problems. But yeah, if you ever get a chance, check that one out. Cabin River Outdoors. He's a pretty cool guy. He's really making a carving out a niche, Carol style, I think. This is a great idea for grandkids. Plus, I enjoy seeing you, and we grew up. Yes. Yeah, this way sometimes, I've not promised not to mention the grandkids by name or a photo of them because, there's people out there that just aren't trustworthy, and unfortunately. But yeah, they can always tune in and watch and figure out what kind of person I was about. I'm hoping to do this again next Saturday, and maybe I'll be a little more set up better, and then we could uh, I'll ease into this a little more. So it's it's kind of it's a little intimidating, but we're trying. We're going. It's really great. It's like I said, we've had quite the turnout already. I really didn't. Well, we got 5 people. I honestly I didn't expect anybody. So this is a nice surprise. I appreciate it. Hey, as promised, I also had a project laid out here that it's something anybody can do. Grandkids, your kids, young kids will love it. It's educational, and it's the things you need. You can do it a couple different ways. You can do it with paper. You need a couple of 4x4 blocks, and usually that's a scrap laying around everywhere. I don't know anybody. Oh, we got. I am at every shoot that you go to. Awesome, man. I appreciate that. That's GN 3553. Thank you very much. But yeah, we got these little projects. You really just need a ruler, a pencil, and a handsaw. That's all you really need. Now you can jazz it up from there a little bit if you want, but yeah, I used graph paper and cut out this is a 3.5 by 3.5. So I've made this, and then I laid out, come in, measured in 7/8 of an inch, 3 different times, both ways, works out evenly that way. So this was my template. And with the template, I laid it out and drilled this piece of plexiglass. This is not necessary. This is something I did. You can just go with this. You could print this out. Sorry, had the circles on the wrong side. And the circles I went with were 3/4 of an inch. They seem to fit the block the best. So yeah. And So after I did that, this one paper, you can do all sides of a dice. There's your 6, there's your 1, 3 diagonally. You got the 4 corners, or you got the 5, or you the 2. So they're all on this piece of paper, this one. Now, if you want to get basic, you can just stick with just coloring them in. You don't need to do anything else. You can just take your template, lay it on there, punch out holes, or make you some center marks. You can do it with a compass, or you can get one of those fancy little architecture templates and lay out your circles and color them in. I went a different route. I have access to a drill press and Forstner bits, and you could even do the Forstner bit with a hand drill, but you gotta be cautious. Those things, they grab something, they can spin around on you. And then, so yeah, so you can take this with your kids, young kids, once again, and let them throw the dice, put them in a bucket so they can rattle it up and toss them out in the yard. You can keep score on a piece of paper or a piece of marker board or whatever, and then that way it helps them count. It gives them satisfaction to win a game. It's very exciting for them. They enjoy it a lot. Like I said, that's about the basic, simplest tool that or project I could possibly think of. You know, it's something anybody can build. Like I said, you only need a pencil and a handsaw and some paper at best. And the one thing you got to keep in mind, I don't know how many people do, but a lot do. So if you got the 5 on here, you got the 2 on the opposite side, so it adds the 7. 6 here, the 1 over here adds up to 7. The 3, and then on the opposite side is the 4, so it adds up to 7. I thought about messing with her and making one of them with a number 7 on the one side, but I didn't. I kept it traditional. But yeah, that was my easy project, I promised. I went ahead and made a pretty intense looking template so I could take and I put little bushings in there on the hose so that it don't wear out quite so easily. And then that way I can just lap it right over a 3.5 by 3.5 block, mark the hose with a smaller bit, and then go to my drill press and mark them out. Yeah, I'm going to make those and sell them at the next craft fair. I haven't really got enough put together for that yet. I've got my square pumpkins. I'll probably put them on display very much for much longer. And oh, I don't know. I'm trying to come up with something else. I got if you like home sweet home longitude and latitude signs. I got those, but those are fairly customized, and takes a couple of weeks to get those put out, depending on how many there are. So yeah, I do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but the fishing, the archery, I go back to the archery. I love the 3D shoots, man. It's hard on me. My son's been with me on one of them, but that was the easiest one because we'd shoot and he'd go retrieve the arrows, and I just had to carry the bows from target to target. I was told she's seen wooden dice for $10 and $15. Uh, yeah, you can make the wooden dominoes. Yeah, Carol had recommended dice, and I hadn't even thought about wooden dominoes. I thought about a bigger Jenga game. I've seen that with 2x4s, but then that's a lot to pick up sometimes. So hey, I got to look from an old person's perspective. I just try to keep it simple. That way you can put them in a smaller bucket or a 5-gallon bucket and put a 5 in there. You can play Yahtzee or just throw the dice, just get them out and throw them. It's easier. And typically no one gets hurt. Everybody from 1 or 1.5 to on up can play this. And that's what I like about it. So yeah, but yeah, the archery 3D target thing, man, I'm all in on that. You cover, you're going up and down hills. You'll get out once you get in the woods. You're covering about 4 miles, and I got one coming up in August, I think, where I've been warned it's like a 7 mile trek. You got to walk up this hill. It's all downhill once you start, but I guess getting up to the top of the hill is quite achievement. So looking forward to that one a whole bunch. Does anybody else have any questions or statements? I see. I am like it. Oh yeah, I read that one. GN. I am so grateful that you're in every shoot. I am in like every shoot you go to. Well, I appreciate that, man. Um, Disappointed that I can't follow along on this here. So, yeah, I see that I'm just doing this on the phone, so it's a little difficult. I gotta stay kind of close. These glasses really aren't my favorite, but hey, enough excuses of that. See, I was talking about the whining, how my brother wouldn't say a thing. That's why he was a champion, man. Hey, ain't no doubt about it. End goals of this site, uh, I'm not sure. As long as yeah, yes, it is GN. It is a tack shoot. Yeah, I love the tack shoot, 3D tack shoots. I love those the tactical shoots. You cover quite a bit of distance, more than you really think. Because you get a little excited, you get your adrenaline pump. The last one I went to, man, the first 6 targets, I was on point, man. I was hitting the 10s and the 11 or the 12s. Yeah, 12s, and is an ASA shoot. And I was thinking today, man, I'm going to smoke the competition. This is awesome. But like I said, you cover so much ground. So by the time I was getting to what was more or less the back side of the range, the additional 20 targets, whew, it took its toll. I was doing good to get 5s and 8s, and I was still happy. I was still happy I did the whole shoot, never lost an arrow, and I hit every target. That's quite the achievement. People think, why would you? Well, each one's ranged differently. I mean, you go some of typically the turkey, the one I go to, where the turkey's either first or the last. It depends on what weekend it is, and it's probably the closest. It can be as close as 19 yards usually. I bow hunt. I don't recurve or longbow. I can. I'm really bad at those, but I got a recurve. My son bought me, and I'm so happy with it. But yeah, I'm trying. On my range, I can go to 100 yards. Um, I shoot that occasionally, and tickled to death that I can hit the target I'm aiming at. It's not in the bullseye or the kill zone or whatever, but yeah, I'm hitting the target. That's so great. I love it. I oh, hang on, people. I got something flashing at me here. Let me see what this is. Give me just a second here. Oh, green screen. We don't want that. I wouldn't even know how to begin with that one. I think so. Oh, it stayed. Uh, boy, I messed up there. Let's see. Oh no, don't push any more buttons, Rob. All right. I hope that's not too annoying in the background. I don't want to. Oh, hang on. Ooh, don't hit that one. Anybody know how to shut that off? Well, I don't know what to do there. Start question. Oh, that was close. All right. So we'll just leave that as it is. I hate that. Uh, oh no. I need Mrs. 5856 here to fix me a thing. Well, I don't want that. All right. Well, I gommed this up. So that didn't take too long. Actually, I'm there longer than I thought. So is there any questions right now? I got 3 people still on, 2 people still on. I am I am thrilled that anybody has tuned in, to be honest. And I'm going to try this again next weekend. Hope everybody did bring their coffee. I did too. I forgot all about it. Oh, good God, that thing keeps the left hot. Yeah, that tax shoots is definitely something big in my heart right now. And I just can't wait till the next one. There's one, like I said, coming up in August. It's like a 7 mile trek from start to finish. That one's going to be tough. So, yeah. Uh, I can't get that's bugging me. I got that on the screen and now I can't get it off. I don't know what to do. Highlight. Well, here are some of my favorites on YouTube channels. Oh, my. That's a good question. I got so many. Once again, I follow the CRA, Cabin River Outdoors guy, Sean, up in British Columbia, Canada, I think. Great guy. Seems to be. I mean, I haven't ever had a chance to meet him. Matthew Peach, if you get a chance to watch his, he's always about making money from small projects, but great guy to watch. And then Overdone, I like him a lot too. He's talking about how he's building a shop, and the guy's got some smarts to him. He knows how to fix stuff that I wouldn't even think about. So yeah, there's several fixer upper channels I enjoy a lot, but um, oh, and I can't forget the Bearded Viking. That guy's fun to watch. He's got a lot of crafts that he takes to the market and sells and shows you how to go about it. It's a great watch. He has several videos out. The last one I watched, I think, was 42. He's got his numbered. I haven't gotten there yet. I haven't quite figured out. Obviously, I gave myself a green screen here and can't get it off. I don't really know what I need to do that. So yeah, I'm looking forward. I'm still trying to organize the shop, but it's when you got a 5 gallon bucket and you're trying to put 10 gallons of stuff in it. So that's where I'm at with everything I got. So, oh, oh, well, that's not, it's failing me too. Well, my laptop's crashing. So, well, I'm going to have to say I've got this all gommed up. It's bugging the daylights out of me. I don't know if that, nope, nope. Oh, I hope that's not showing up. Well, I have successfully messed this up. Hey, all right. Mrs. 58, Mrs. 5856 didn't show up and save the day. All right. Well, because you can't take a cell phone or a computer and drive nails with it. So when it comes down to that, I'm pretty technically illiterate. So yeah, I can turn stuff on and I can navigate my way around things eventually, but I'm long ways from figuring out computers. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting the shop set up so I can start doing projects around and everything. And I want to show my skills and craft abilities, but right now we're keeping it simple with dice. I got another project coming up that I got planned for next week. Next week, and we're trying Saturday morning. If this don't work for people, let me know. You leave me some comments. We'll go from there. But right now, I'm going to keep it simple. So projects that anybody could do with a limited amount of tools. Back when I was working in the field as a carpenter, I don't know how many jobs I'd show up to, and they'd say, "Okay, you need to go over here and build this deck with all kinds of lattice and angles and everything." And I'd say, "Okay, where's the tools at?" And they're like, "Well, the circular saw's over there." So you had to carry out your own personal tools, of course. You had your hand squares, your hammer, your tape measure, But anytime you went to go do anything, typically there was an extension cord, a set of sawhorses, and a circular saw. That's what you had. So you learned how to do everything with that thing. I learned how to. I can't show you because OSHA would be crazy about that. I grew up when I got in the trade. OSHA was 3 years old. Back then, things were a lot different than what they are now. That's for sure. But rambling on here. So anyway, we'll get down to it. Like I said, the goals of this channel is just to leave a footprint of myself for the grandkids at some point in time. I was let them know that old Poppy loved dad jokes. Oh, speaking of which, of course, everybody's probably already heard about the guy that invented the door knockers. Yeah, he won the Nobel Peace Prize. On the way up here, I heard scientists had found that there's a new strand of head lice that's resistant to all known medicine. Yeah, it's really got them scratching their heads. I know, I couldn't resist myself. So but yeah, I've ordered lighting right now. My lighting is a DeWalt battery operated flashlight with a piece of paper over the front of it that could filter out just the bright light. See, it's once again, it goes back to the old job site thing. Well, there's the circular saw. You got to make it work. So yeah, we're having a good time. Well, thank you, Carol. But yeah, I could ramble on about stories and everything else forever. I just, going to try to keep the jokes clean and stay away from the current environment of things, just to keep things on a friendly level. But yeah, I'm excited. We had Scotland and the Philippines and Minnesota all represented here today. That's cool. I hope that the one gentleman can send me some photos of Scotland. That was always on the bucket list. That was something I want to go to someday. Yeah, I'm afraid my bucket list has really gone from 5 gallons. I'm probably down to a 2.5 gallon bucket these days. So it's not that I'm old, but I'm old. So you gotta keep in mind just the things that you want to do. You need to be doing them, because trust you me, when you get this age here, show Survivor's a good example. My wife and myself love watching the show. We always tune in, and it comes on Wednesday night. Well, to us, it's like, okay, we just watched Wednesday night, and then it seems like the next day we're watching the next Wednesday night episode. I'm like, what happened to the week? Where did it go? So yeah, time is fast. It's funny. My grandfather told me back when I was like 9, maybe 8 years old somewhere, and he said, now you get on your birthday, you find you a nice quiet corner, and he goes, you go in there and just get yourself some solitude or some peace, and sit there, and then snap your fingers just one time, every time on your birthday. And he goes, and then when you turn 20, or maybe it was 25, 20 or 25, he says, start doing it every 5 years. And then after a few years of that, and 5-year clicks are going to just seem like the 1-year clicks. It's just crazy how that works, how time seems to warp. And now, my gosh, I bet I could do it. Well, I probably could do it for 10 years intervals, and still it seemed like the 5. So it's just insane to me how fast time is. They always say time's linear, but I think time is the snowball rolling down the hill, and it's just getting bigger and faster as it goes. Anyway, that's enough of that. But yeah, we got several projects lined up. I don't think I'm really supposed to advertise on here about remembering the next post, but once again, I'm doing them daily as long as I can. I started out thinking, well, I'll just do 90 of them and see what happens. And with that, I I'm getting close to 90. Today is 82. I don't think I've posted it yet. I got it recorded, but I'm going to after I ran out of time. I had to get things set up in here. So, but now I'm close to 90. I was like, well, I want to see if I can't do 180. It was so easy to do. They say don't do a post every day, but it's a short. I'll do one in the afternoon sometimes, not all the times, but it's fun. It's just fun. Hey, I see we got 3 people in here now. I appreciate the following along. If you got any questions, please send me something. But yeah, we so the post will continue for the Dick Creek report. Love doing it. The creek's always fascinating to me because sometimes it's such a raging torrent that you just can't believe how much water is going by. I've often wondered how many gallons. We've lived here since '09. I just always wonder how many gallons of water I've seen pass in front of the house. It's definitely into the millions, probably hundreds of millions. But anyway, it's when it gets up, it's just insane the amount of debris you can see come down. One time we seen a a whole tree back when we had the footbridge. We had a cable footbridge going across the creek for a long time back when we both worked, and we'd park on the far side of the creek and walk the bridge so we get to the cars and go to work, back when we had to. But so the cables, they swayed, and one time there was a whole tree, huge tree, sycamore tree, just come floating. It was facing the right way, root ball first. So when it comes to the footbridge, it just slipped underneath it, and the branches pushed the footbridge way up. It looked like it was going to snap the cables because they were underneath so hard, and then it just pushed it on through. And at first, I thought, well, that's going to get snagged right in the driveway where we cross. But no, it went on. So I was very grateful. Lord, Mrs. 5856 is in here. Oh, I was typing to help you with green screen. I couldn't find out, but I think I got it figured out, honey. I appreciate that. So yeah, at least I hope I'm still on a green screen. If I do, I got the right background. So, but yeah, I never could get the laptop to work, so I'm just taking that out of the equation right now since I'm only on the phone. I got a different camera coming. I hope everybody lets me know if this worked okay. I don't know if it is or not. I only got one side, so we're here. And then we're going to do this again next Saturday. I'll not push the buttons while we're talking, so we won't get crazy dinosaurs or I don't know lions in the background. I don't know nothing about green screen, so it's But yeah, the creek is a fascinating contributory of water. I looked that up. Uh, Man, I got my soothing incense burning in the background. It's getting smoky in here. Um, but there's a brook that's kind of like the first. But then, if you were overseas, our creek would be a stream. So, Canada, America, parts of Central and South America have creeks, and Australia have creeks. Everywhere else, that body of water the size of ours, they call it a stream. So ours is a contributary. It starts way back up, about 3-4 miles away. There's two little creeks that merge together. It creates our creek, and then it feeds into Monroe Lake, or is it Lake Monroe? Monroe Lake. Yeah. So we're a good ways from it, but it's there's all, and then there's all kinds of estuaries, and which we don't have because that's fresh water feeding into salt water, brackish water, and then channels. We don't have that. They're open ended. They're with bodies of, or yeah, with land on both sides, and we don't have that. So we are a contributary, and I just could never really depend on what my story on that was. I had to look it up. Well, I've been on here rambling for quite a while, and I appreciate everybody that tuned in. I would go on, but I've kind of ran out of stock. I only had a small 3x5 paper to go over everything. Uh, oh, I don't know if I covered work backgrounds, but yeah, as I stated, I'm a retired carpenter. I worked in the field for 50 years. Um, Retired union gardener, and then I got into maintenance out at a university here in town, and did that for another, oh, good God, too many years. But yeah, I I'm glad to be retired. They talk about professional athletes, how they, when they, after a few years, they're all beat up and they got to retire and all that. There needs to be a shorter period for construction workers, because trust you me, once you've done it 20, 25 years, you need to get out of there. It's just too rough on the human body. Hanging drywall, for instance, depends on the crafts. I mean, there are some that are easier than others for sure, but I had followed my father's footsteps, who had followed his father's footsteps, and I am certain that my grandfather even followed my great grandfather. In some aspects, he was more of a general labor farmer, carpenter, that type person. But yeah, so oh, now okay, all right. Well, you guys have a good day. Uh, yeah, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm running out of subjects. We'll stick with next week. We'll have another simple I can do project, and we'll go from there. Um, yeah, I'm glad to get a chat with you as well, Carol. You have a good day. And everybody, thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in. It does mean the world to me. I can't even believe the amount of support I've gotten through YouTube. I started out kind of thinking, well, I have something to pass down to the grandkids, but then it kind of turned. It was like, well, let's see how far we can take this. It's just, why not? So, love hearing from you guys. Keep it up. I will talk to you all next week, and maybe I'll have a little more organization to what I'm doing. So, everybody have a great day. Stay safe, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right. Bye.